What's happening? Welcome back to another episode of the I AFYL Podcast here on location in San Jose, California at the 100X conference. What an awesome and incredible day zero. It's actually not the first day of the conference is actually today. But yesterday was day zero where all the leaders and folks that are, everybody's serious, but it's like the real serious ones. So what are we talking about today? How I discovered that pain solves problems. So this has nothing to do with a scripture that I read. This has nothing to do with a book that I read. This has everything to do with experiences that I've had. So I'll take you through, some experiences, and hopefully you'll glean some wisdom from these lessons in pain that I've discovered. So several years ago, it's 20, this 2020. So man, 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I started on my health journey, which actually, I'll take you back one more realm. In 2003, when my son Jared was born, he's born in March of 2003. In September, my dad has a heart attack, and he has open heart surgery, quadruple bypass. He's going in for surgery, and I felt it in my spirit, as if, and I didn't even, I was a Christian. I didn't know anything about, oh, the Lord's talking to me. I didn't hear anything like that, or I couldn't tell you back then that that's what was happening, but I heard something. Diabetes and high blood pressure and high cholesterol and all these things keep happening in the same family. Why is that? Everybody has a choice. That day, the choice came down. Are you going to make a choice to keep doing what everybody else has done in your family? He says, it's not a ramped up. Imagine. I kept going. But even before you're ready, has it ever happened to you? Even before you're ready, God shows up and literally shows you the picture. So here's what's crazy. It wasn't until 2014. 2014. Now, prior to 2014, man, I think in 2007, 2008, I tore my Achilles, forced me to have to get out there and do rehab, and having to, I gained like 30 pounds, had to lose weight, and I never had to do that before. So I had a taste of something. But it wasn't until 2014. I said, man, I was in a network marketing company pushing products. I said, oh, okay, cool. I'm going to do that. And I'm pushing the products. I said, wait a second. I said, wait a second. I don't just want to lose weight. I want to be healthy. And I want to live healthy. Man, how can I do that? How can I live healthy? And that's when pain showed up. Whenever you want to do something you haven't been doing, it's going to hurt. Meaning it's going to hurt in your mind because you got to get over it. You got to get over the fact that you're not doing it. It's going to hurt if literally there has to be something with your body that you have to do. So weight loss, typically you're going to have to not eat or stop eating or not eat as much, eat the right foods. That's painful, right? Because it's mental. Then it's the pain. Well, I got to work out now. Back then, I was like, man, I started working out and it was hard. I had a bum knee is what I called it. And it was hard. It was painful. But here's what happened. It felt good afterwards. I will do what's best for me. In 2000, man, what year was that? My son Jared's in the 9th grade. We put him in his Christian school. He didn't want to go to this school. He was upset one morning. I was taking him to school. And I said, son, say this with me. I will do what's best for me, even though it feels like pain. The things that we should do typically show up in the form of things that look hard or are painful. I didn't even know what I was saying. We had a song about it. We sang a song in the family, like we'd be at dinner time, and my son Jacob, all of a sudden, he starts singing the song. I will do what's best for me, even though it feels like pain. And we just kept singing this song. But something happened. Something happened. And it was in the pain that I kept pressing through because, my health, I'm the account for your life guy. So it's weird because what I'm learning is how to account for my life, but it's becoming a framework that I can then take it and drop it into business. I can drop it into anything that I want to do or be successful doing. And most notably this year was the 500 push-ups a day, which I remember, like I tried it before, I did it before, but I didn't realize how painful it was. Painful. I mean, painful. I was just talking to my mentor, Pedro, and he saw me. He was like, "Man, you're doing 500 push-ups a day." He says, "Man, that's crazy. Like, it's legit. That's wow." So, hey, how's your shoulders? How's your wrists? I said, "Bro, the first month was on fire. Wrists. I'm talking about my right here, my hands. When you put your hand down, my hands are paining me. My shoulders are just now, after almost 3 months. No, yeah, almost 3 months. No, in 3 months. In 3 months? No, it's been so January, February. No, it's not full 3 months yet. It's almost 3 months. After 3 months, my shoulders are almost not hurting. But here's what's happened. The clarity of purpose, the clarity of understanding, the wisdom that I've gained in a short amount of time from doing push-ups. It's almost like I can see things. I can see how to accomplish things. I'm like, I can do this. Oh, I can do this. Oh, I can do this. Like, oh, that's easy. Oh my goodness. Oh, I need money for that. Oh, there's no money. It's like, where'd that come from? See, I was talking to my son Jared. I'll get that in a second. I was talking to my son Jared to try and explain. I was trying to help him to understand something yesterday. And I was talking to him. I was kind of giving him a layout of kind of like life and kind of how he should be looking at things and kind of some of the things that I've been able to accomplish and things that I've done. But as I look at account for your life, I look at that and I say, well, sometimes the question, well, why did God choose me to account for my life? Because I always wanted something. I always wanted that. But God says, instead of me just teaching you how to just go and make a lot of money, let me show you how to account for your life. And by showing you how to account for your life, that's going to solve a problem that you never knew you could solve. Did you know you was created to solve a problem? At least one specific one. I was created to help people to solve. Now, I could say to help you account for your life. Now, here's the thing. What in your life would you like to accomplish? That's where I come in. I come in and you say, Jay, I want to be successful at this. Okay. There's something that I've done that was hard, that was painful, that could help solve your problem. It's wild. There's something that you could do that's opposite from the thing that you want to do that could solve your problem, and it would actually feel easier. That's what God was teaching me. He was teaching me how to make money without showing me how to make money. Oh man, that's good. Why wouldn't God just allow me to learn all the tactics and all this stuff. I did the stuff because he says, well, you're still going to probably need to understand it from a conceptual standpoint. But from a principle standpoint, you'll have something greater. You'll understand things of life works. You'll understand things that's not from the internet, that's not actually associated with what you're doing, and you can just drop it in. Ran into someone, I was telling her, hey, I want to write a book, and I want you to write it with me. Like, I'm saying myself, like, really? Told her the concept. She's like, oh, great, let's do it. See, because of the pain that I'm putting myself in, I'm starting to see things that, oh, I'm going to write a book. That sounds so lofty. To me, it almost sounds easy. That sounds, for me, I'm not telling you a book, writing a book is simple. Selling a book is another thing. So I'll start running. I was telling some of my friends the titles of my books. I was like, oh, those are good titles. I said, that's interesting. I said, you know what? He gave me a clue. See, anytime you do anything, you got to know exactly who's going to buy your stuff. And when I shared it with them, they got excited. I'm going to test it out again. I'm going to share it with some more people and see how excited they get. See, because at the end of the day, if you're going to solve a problem, you got to know who you're going to solve the problem for. And here it is. God's helping me to account for my life. God's letting me call myself the healthy accountant, helping you. I say helping you to account for your life, but I was really trying to help me to account for my life. I was really working for that. It's so important for me to account for my life because I never did. I was careless. I guess, for lack of a better term, I was just floating in the world. Floating is not gonna get you there. No one becomes a millionaire by osmosis. No one becomes a millionaire. Oh, I just looked up. I just bumped my head. And in times when people bump their head, win the lottery, what happens? They lose it all. And there's times when people are in business. When I was in the mortgage business, tons of people made a lot of money, made millions of dollars. And there's a lot of people that never made it again because they just lucked up. Anytime you luck up and you actually don't know how to solve problems, you can get as much as you can get. And then when the market dries up, when the market moves, when the algorithm changes, you're done. So I discovered when I put myself in pain, that's going to give me power to then solve problems, not just for myself, but for other people. This podcast that you're listening to will be one of the most known podcasts in the world. It could be after I'm gone. It could be, I don't know. It could be while I'm here. I don't know. My job is to record as many podcasts as will come out of my mouth. And lastly, today, we're on episode 956. We have 44 more podcasts to 1,000. I want you to be here for 1,000. The week of 1,000, we're going to throw a party. It's going to be epic. I'm actually going to start planning for this now. And the week of April the 27th, I believe the 27th is Friday or Saturday. I can't remember. Let's look at the calendar real quick. The week of the 27th, that's a Saturday. So April 27, 2024 will be our 1,000th episode. It's going to be epic. We're going to solve some major problems this year. And you are here with us because you might want to account for your life. And if you want to account for your life, if you want to account for your business, if you want to account for your money, if you want to account for anything else that I have not mentioned, these frameworks, these tools that we're embedding into just about every podcast, you'll be able to use them. And we'll have books, we'll have mini programs, we'll have things that you can actually use to help yourself get to the level that you want to get to. This is a big year for you, and I hope and I pray that this podcast can be a catalyst for where you want to go with your life. So guys, I thank you for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to mark your calendar for 7th. Come and listen to every episode. That I believe is going to be an epic week, because I know 1,000 is going to be an epic day. So we're going to let you know more about that. We're going to create some things to really help people to account for their life on a level that is unbelievable to you, but it's going to be believable because the Father himself has created it so that you can account for your life. So guys, I thank you, and I look forward to seeing you back in tomorrow. God bless, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
This has been the Account for Your Life podcast with your host, the healthy accountant himself, Jay Moore. Until next time, make it a great day.